My name is Kat, and welcome back to BooktubeBeginnings. I'm going to try something different. Hi, my name is Kat, and welcome back to BooktubeBeginnings. I don't know if you're new, so in case you are, hi. I said I'm Kat already, but hello. This video is my Tis the Damn Readathon vlog, quote unquote. These are all the books that I read for Tis the Damn Readathon. I basically take you along this journey of me reading these books, and I give you my thoughts while I'm reading them. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna do like a wrap up and tell you what book fulfilled each prompt in the order of the albums. So grab a snack, grab some popcorn, grab whatever you need to grab, because it's gonna be a long one. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to day one of Tis the Damn Readathon. And you just hear Jen in the background. Fun fact, it is 11:43 p.m. on March 1st. So technically, it's still day one. And I just started reading. I was working really hard on getting my March TBR, like the Tis the Damn Readathon TBR up. So, if you haven't watched it already, I will link it down below. But I am starting with a book that is not on my TBR, of course, because who would I be if I stuck to my TBR? Come For Me with Apples. Come For Me with Apples will end up fulfilling the prompt. Read a book that someone recommended to you, and that will be part of Reputation. Of course, we're starting with my favorite album. But yes, so thought I would say hello, and then I'll check in about 50 pages or so, like halfway through, because this is really short. So I'll check in with you in a bit.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.
So love that for me. I'm getting ready for bed, but I got to page 60. I don't know, the vibes are really like so off-putting, but I think I'm liking it, and I'm just curious on where it's gonna go. I literally have 40 pages left, technically 41 pages left, so I'm curious on what's gonna happen. This book is so short that like I don't know. I'm just curious. But I can't finish it tonight because I have to wake up early. I'm babysitting my nephew tomorrow. I am gonna get some sleep now, and I will say it has been a successful day one. Even though I probably could have read a lot more if I started earlier in the day. But you know what? Life happens. I got my video out on time, and that's all that matters, right? Right. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of Tis the Damn Readathon. I woke up this morning and I babysat my nephew, but my sister came back, so I'm going to get some reading done of Come For Me with Apples and hopefully finish it. I only have 40 pages left, so I can probably finish it, knock it out, and then pick up my next read. But I just wanted to update and say hello and start today. I'm not sure what I'm doing today. Kind of want to do something, but I don't know what to do, so we'll figure it out. Also, it's Tis the Damn Readathon. Look what I have. My best friend gave me this poster. Is this the end of all the endings? My broken heart is mending. Update, I finished my first book, y'all. My first book. Now, this took a turn I didn't see coming, but like knowing the title now, I get it. And I don't want to give it away, but I really liked it. I'm not like obsessed with it, so I gave it a 4 stars, but I really like did enjoy it. And like I want to talk about it in detail so bad, but I also don't want to spoil it, so I suggest picking it up. Thank you, Sarah, for this recommendation. I'm about to get this workout in.
This is all we need. Follow me to make believe and make your dreams come true.
was like looking and trying to figure out what to read. I have all my picks in the corner over there, and I'm just like, ugh, none of them are speaking to me right now. But I think I'm gonna read some classic YA. This is fulfilling the prompt, I forgot that you existed. Read a book that's been on your TBR for the longest, and that will have me collect Lover. So yeah, I'm gonna start this and see how it goes. But I don't know, y'all. I'm looking at my books, I'm like, dang, do I really want to read these? Because none of them were like screaming at me right now. But it's okay. We're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. I'm gonna finally read and hopefully have some thoughts before I go to bed. I've literally been the worst at updating. Hello, focus on me, thank you. I literally been the worst at updating, and I apologize. I'm still reading the selection, right? And from what I can remember, people would not say that this is good, but it was addicting. Which, doesn't that mean you enjoyed it? I don't know. I might be misremembering, but I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, like the writing's not good or whatever, but it's addicting. And yes, I agree. The writing is mediocre, and I mean, it's not terrible. I've read worse. It's not bad. What I'm trying to say is that I'm really liking this. I'm trying to justify it. It's giving me Bachelor vibes. It's giving me a lot. Like, it reminds me of One to Watch, but like make it royal, you know? But yes, I am loving this. I love America. Great main character. Great main character. Aspen. You know, we all need to hate somebody, and Aspen has been on my radar since the beginning, since the very beginning, since he was introduced. Don't ask me why. There was no specific reason on why I hate Aspen. Like, he didn't do anything. He might have done something bad. Pfft, I don't know. I didn't finish the book. But Aspen didn't do anything to me, right? Like, he didn't hurt me personally. But, like, I don't like him. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not liking him. But yes, I am loving this. I also started the introduction to Molly Burke's book, It's Not What It Looks Like. And I don't read multiple books. I don't do that. But because it's an audio and I'm reading this physically, I think I'm good. And it's like, it's a, you know, it's a memoir. And then this one is so not that. You know, I think we're at a good spot where I can continue on with It's Not What It Looks Like, and sped up, it's less than 2 hours. So my goal is to at least try to finish It's Not What It Looks Like today and get through a chunk of this. I'm also heading out tonight. I'm gonna hang out with some friends, so we'll see how far I can get with this. But just so y'all know, I'm having a good time is all I'm gonna say. We're having a good time. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if this is annoying that I'm just in my room, but like, I realize I'm not really the best at vlogging publicly. I am just going to be watching someone has to be doing sprints, right? I'm going to watch someone sprints tonight and probably finish It's Not What It Looks Like by Molly Burke. I have less than an hour left of the audiobook. She's narrating it, and it's really good so far. It has a lot of like conversation about people viewing disability as like a charity case, and these people are like normal people that have thoughts just like you and I. So I'm really enjoying it. So I'm hoping to knock this out within the next hour. I will update you once I'm done, and then I'll switch off back to the selection. Look at me having 2 books at once. Unheard of from past year me. The goals are being accomplished. So I met my goal last night, and I finished It's Not What It Looks Like. I feel weird rating like non-fiction, but I really enjoyed it, so I'm just gonna give it a 5 out of 5. It talked a lot about, I think I mentioned this before, about like disability and like viewing them as incapable, and they are just as capable as you and me. The realm of having an emotional pet and how it affects people that actually need service dogs and guide dogs. And I don't know, it was just a point that I didn't even think about, and it definitely opened my eyes. So if any of that sounds interesting, I would definitely check this out. Now I have to finish the selection and then we can move on to my next read. Okay, so I do not have my microphone in, so if the sound is not the greatest, I'm sorry. Literally doing that right now. But I wanted to talk to you about, I literally just had my, oh, it's over here, hold on. I wanted to talk to you about the selection. Now, did I finish it? No. But am I having a great time? Yes. And I can't tell if my enjoyment is genuine or like ironically I'm just enjoying this, but no, I think it's genuine. I think I'm really having just a great time reading this, and if you don't like me for it after the fact, I'm sorry. I mean, like, what did you come here for? Because I don't read like the best literary things you can read anyway, so let me have this, okay? This is giving me Bachelor vibes. I think this is what it was pitched as anyway. But I'm here for the Bachelor vibes because I love the Bachelor. Now, if you have any more suggestions of like Bachelor-esque things, I know Sarah had gave me one. It went in one ear, out the other, so I don't remember the title. I'll ask her. I know I have an interview tomorrow that I'm debating on actually going to. And then, yeah, I don't really have much after that besides the gym planned, so. Hello. Okay, so this is a weird angle. I decided to make this a month-long vlog because I'm not picking the camera up every day. I'm not a daily vlogger at all, and that's okay. You know, that is totally okay. The selection, I finished it. I loved this book. I want to say things, but that's kind of spoilery, so I won't. But the ending is what I predicted, but just not how I predicted it to be. But the next one, I need it in my life now. Obviously, we are heavily into the thick of it. Into the thick of this read. We are in the middle of this readathon, so the next book I ended up picking up was The Sea of Monsters by Riordan. I reread yesterday where I left off, or like where I DNF'd, which was like 40 some pages or whatever. So I reread that last night, and then I picked up where I DNF'd, and how do I feel about this? I don't hate it. I don't love it. I like it, I think. I don't know where I'm going to stand with this. I know that there's like a plot twist at the end because I was looking at reviews, and the people that like love the series love this one and find it comical. I haven't laughed. I don't think I have the attachment to these characters that would make me be all in to the book, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not attached to anybody. I'm just kind of here for the ride to see what happens. But I feel like eventually I have to be attached to these characters because I'm making it a goal. Not this year. God, not this year. But just in general to finish the series so I can move on to the next one, because I feel like I would like the young adult series a lot better than these, so I'm pushing through them. Yeah, so right now I am on page 106. It's the second book in the series. It's middle grade, so it's like it's not anything like, I don't know. And then it's kind of fantastical too, so like I'm struggling with that aspect, but like not really. It's cool. Like, the one thing I will say that I like about this, the humans will see something different because of a thing that's called the mist. So like, for example, the Sea of Monsters that they talk about in here would be considered like how we would understand it as the Bermuda Triangle, when we have a human explanation, when really there's something else going on. I don't know. That is fascinating to me. So yes, I'm chugging along. I think I would get through this a lot quicker if I had the audio, but I'm not wasting an Audible credit on this. I really don't want to DNF this again. Like, I have to finish it this time. So, wish me luck. And I will update you when I have something more that I want to say about this. And maybe my thoughts will change. I'm open to them changing. I would love to enjoy my time reading this. But for now, we're just chugging along. I finished it. We will discuss in the morning. Good night. I finished it this time. My rating, I gave it like a 2-star, 2.5. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I'm not even sure if I liked it. I was just on this journey. I think where I'm gonna thrive with Percy is the Hero of Olympus series. But this read, and I know I'm not the target audience. I'm well aware. But me and middle grade don't vibe because it reads so young. You know what? I will say, that's giving me a crash course on Greek gods because I know nothing about mythology. Like, absolutely nothing. Like, the big three. Learned from here. What else? Circe was mentioned. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but like Circe has to be mentioned at some point, right? And I didn't know who Circe was. The only thing I knew about Circe is that there's a book named Circe. I didn't even know how to do with Greek mythology, so there's my knowledge. 2.5. I am going to continue because I'm hoping it gets better. Because there's potential for me to like it. Like, I do like Percy. I do like Annabeth. But it's just so, like, I look at the reviews on this and people have such a connection to them that I do not have. People find this book funny. This is the funniest book, apparently. It's not funny. It wasn't my vibe. But something that is my vibe. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is the book that I started. I started this yesterday. And it was for me to be more than just this. I swear. Like, I should have read a lot more today. But I did not. I just wasn't in the best reading mood. It's nothing to do with the book. I am liking it. I am, however, nervous because I talked to Sharni. Sharni has rated this a 1-star and she gave me her reasons. And now because I know those reasons, I feel like my rating is going to be low. But what I can say is I'm enjoying like the format of this. I'm also listening to it on audio because it's a really good audiobook. If you're gonna read this, I recommend doing both. Also, this book, I switched it out, y'all. I switched out from Truly Devious. I forgot to mention this in this vlog. This wasn't on my TBR at all, but I took Truly Devious out because I felt like if I read Truly Devious, I would want to read it whole, like read the whole thing back to back. And this month, obviously, can't do that. I picked this one up next. So this will fulfill the mystery thriller prompt. So this was a good switch. And this is also, yeah, this is like a trilogy. Yes! I nailed that switch. Also, I would like to point out, yes, this is an arc. Yes, I received it before it came out. Yes, I did not read it till now. That is all. Hello, I am back. I am almost done this book. Sorry I didn't check in on the halfway point. I'm liking it, but I can't tell if I'm liking it just because, like, I'm reading it quickly because I want to know. That's a lie. I'm not reading it quickly, actually. But I, was, on page 80 and then jumped to where I left off yesterday. To 86, so I read a big chunk in one day, so I guess kind of quickly, and I can't tell if it's because I'm enjoying it or because I just want to know what happened. But I guess I am enjoying it because it's keeping me intrigued. I think Sharni's comments definitely messed with my head because I'm just in the back of my head I have her thoughts and what she thought of the book in my head. I'm trying not to let it affect my overall rating with this, but I will let you know once I am finished, obviously, what I thought about it. I still don't know what happened to the girl that got murdered. I don't know who did it still. But we're so close to answers, so I'm going to continue reading this. I think I'm going live. Not live. I think I am going to privately stream with my friend Jan, and then I'll finish it with her probably tonight. So I will be back soon with an update in my overall rating for this. And then we can mark this off for the trilogy and the mystery thriller prompts. So I finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and I'm giving this 4 stars. I was thinking hard on it because I give a lot of things 4 stars when I love it, but I'm not obsessed with it, and that's a lot of things. So I'm sorry to my future Goodreads average rating. I guess it means I'm like easy to impress, but it also means that I like the stuff that I'm reading, and that's okay. I shouldn't feel bad for not hating books. I recommend it. I started putting tabs on the parts when they mentioned like what actually happened. So they had like mentioned like all the entries, so I was going back and starting, and I still want to go back and tab all the little entries that solve the case in a sense. Lots of twists, lots of turns. You think you know what happened and then bam, it's something else. It's so sad I didn't pick this up sooner, but hey, at least I got to it, and I will definitely continue on the series because I'm curious on if the things that Sharni had said about the Indian characters, if they improve with the other books. So hopeful for Holly Jackson that she got herself together. But other than that, it was pretty good. So I'm with Jan, and she's reading right now. I asked her out of my TBR, like, which one should I read, right? Guess what she chose? A Court of Thorns and Roses. So it's happening. I asked her if I should tab, and she was like, yeah, because I'm probably not gonna know anything. I do have the audiobook because I don't know if I can do it on my own. So I'm so nervous. I don't know. It's just more the thought of it than anything. Like, it's so scary, but I'm gonna do it. I will give you an update when I have something to say. Hello. I am 100 pages into A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I am definitely in a better place than I was yesterday. I think I'm gonna like it, and I am understanding what's happening. I'm tabbing the crap out of it because I want to be able to understand it, so if I have any questions I can just go back to my tabs. I'm almost having it like if it was a textbook, like all the magic, all the world building. I'm trying to learn it all. So yes, there's a lot of tabs. I'm only on page 100, so I have a feeling this is going to be tabbed up. Probably not so much towards the end because then I'll know, but I don't know. I'm excited to actually get through it, and I'm excited that I'm liking it. Because I was scared. I was scared I wasn't going to love it. I don't know if I love it yet, but I am enjoying myself and I am understanding. 2 good big things for me because I was nervous. I was real nervous, I'm not going to lie. Glad I made it to page 100, honestly. I was scared. Hello! I didn't get a chance to update you when I finished ACOTAR. Look at this, y'all. My thoughts on it. And this is a big deal because, like, I don't really read much fantasy. I liked it and I understood what was happening. That was like my biggest gripe. Is that a word? Is that the word I want to use? Gripe? No, that's my biggest thing with fantasy, is that I was nervous I'm not gonna pick up what's being said or not fully comprehend. But this one, I would say, definitely was a good start for me personally, especially because, like, the romance. So that fulfilled. Read a book that has a romance in another genre, which is Reputation. Also read a book with a morally great character, and then technically it has red on the cover for red. It also is a book that intimidates me. Also, it's a YA. It fits for a lot of categories, so Fearless. We are almost done. It's been a while since I updated. I'm sorry. I am in the middle of Ace of Spades, and this will be my mystery thriller. And I also has red on the cover. It was my Surprise Yourself with the book because I was gonna do 1,000 Pieces of You, but Sarah and Jan bullied me out of it, and they told me to choose another book, and they helped me choose Ace of Spades. So surprise, I changed my TBR, so that will be for that prompt. But also, it could be mystery thriller, it could be red on the cover, technically it could be a book that's recommended to me. I am in the middle. I'm like halfway, and I am liking this so far. I'm not loving it yet, but I have a feeling towards the end is where I'm gonna love it, and I cannot wait to get there. But I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. I will update you once I am done.
do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you.
Hello, I look atrocious. I'm not gonna talk about it. I just got done a workout, so like, give me grace, please. I finished Ace of Spades, and she was a 4. Like, she was good, and she had some really good twists. I felt like it was too long. They felt like 2 different books for a second, because it was just too long for what it was. And I get why. Like, obviously the author wants us to feel for these characters, so we have to spend much time with the characters. The author definitely executed that. Like, I did feel for them when things were happening. Is it too long? I just wasn't vibing in the beginning, but like 200 pages in, I was into it. It was a solid 4. I loved it. It was really good, but it wasn't like top tier for me. After that, I started 56 Days, and this fulfills the number prompt. Read a book with a number on the title. And I'm about halfway, and I am liking this. So if you didn't know what this one's about, if I give a synopsis for anything, I don't think so. But anyways, I'm going to now. If you don't know what this one's about, this one's a COVID-19 thriller. And I forgot it was a thriller for a second. I was with Jan on Sprints, and I was reading the synopsis, and I was like, aw, cute. Wait, it's a thriller. Not cute. You know, not me shipping relationships that are doomed to fail more than actual relationships in romance books. I'm liking it. It feels like a 3, but it just like depends on where it's gonna go from here. But I am shipping them, even though I probably shouldn't. From her perspective, I shipped them. From his perspective, maybe not. It's definitely giving me a little bit of Joe from You vibes, if you like that toxicity. This one, this guy, I forget his name, God, Oliver, he has a past, but we don't know what the past is. Like, he has his mother's maiden's name, like that kind of thing. So very Joe Goldberg. I am thriving with this one. I am going to attempt to finish this hopefully today. If not today. No, today. Today is the 31st. Today is the last day. It says the damn readathon. So I need to finish this, and then I can edit this and put this up. This video is forever long. But I hope you enjoyed me on this weird random journey that is Says the Damn Readathon. I will give you updates, and we will do a whole wrap up at the end. I will hit you when I'm done this book. Not actually hit you, but you know what I mean. Alright, bye. So let's wrap up everything, because there's a lot. The first album that we are talking about is the self-titled album, Taylor Swift. And for the first prompt, to read a memoir. And for that, I read It's Not What It Looks Like by Molly Burke. And I gave this one a 5 star because I don't feel comfortable reading like someone's story, like their actual real life story. But I enjoyed my time, so a 5 star. I would recommend this book to people who just want to learn more about disability and the reality of a disability. If you didn't know, Molly Burke is blind, so she talks about growing up and being blind and the awkwardness that comes with it and the stereotypes that come with it. I don't know, I really enjoyed it, and I think if you are interested in that, you would enjoy it too. On to the next book. The second prompt in the Taylor Swift album is read a book about music. The selection kinda sorta has to do about music. Like, our main protagonist is like a prodigy. Like, she can sing, she can play the piano, she can do all that kind of stuff. So America is a singer. So I gave the selection a 4.5. I had so much fun with this, and I really wish I read this when everyone else was reading it so that I could be in with all the hype when it was so hyped up. But obviously the hype died down because this is so old. This also fulfilled the prompt I forgot that you existed, which was on the Lover album, and it was the longest book on your TBR. We have a 2-for-1 right here. For the third prompt, post a pic on your socials. I'll show you the picture that I posted on my social media. So now we are on to the next album, which is Fearless. Read a book that intimidates you. Perfect. ACOTAR. A Court of Thorns and Roses right here by Miss Sarah J. Maas. Let me tell you, I was intimidated. 1, it's pretty long. 2, it's fantasy. I don't have a 3. I really like this. This was another 4 stars. I feel like this would have been 5 stars if I wasn't trying so hard to remember everything, because in the end it doesn't really matter what you remember. If you know, you know. Because it was my first fantasy, I wanted to tab all the important information, basically treat it like a textbook in a sense. And so I was highlighting like nobody's business. But look at this. Look at that. I liked it. I had a good time, and I think moving forward with the series, I'm really gonna enjoy it. I just ordered The Court of Mist and Fury, and that will be its own separate vlog because Christina and Hannah demanded it from me, and I will deliver. I'm excited to pick up more fantasy. We're getting there, we're getting there. The next prompt is read a YA book. There's a couple, like the selection is YA. Technically, A Court of Thorns and Roses is YA. Almost my whole TBR is YA, except for like 2 or 3 books. So that prompt was fulfilled multiple times. I did not do the for Speak Now, read a book with a film adaptation. I read Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. I gave this one 2 stars. It isn't my favorite, but again, I'm not the target audience, and I don't think I'm that much into middle grade. I said this in the vlog earlier, Where I'm Gonna Thrive is the next series, and I have it. So, I'm pushing through this, and it's not terrible. It doesn't put me in a reading slump, and I can actually do it. I am going to continue on with the series, even though I gave this a 2. But I did like the first one more, so I'm hoping that there's potential where I might grow an attachment to these characters and absolutely love it by the last book, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. The second prompt is read a book in a trilogy or a third in a series, and for that I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This was definitely 4 stars. It's raining now, so love that for me. Sorry. I liked it. I had the audiobook for this one. It had a full cast, and it's mixed media. The book would talk about phone calls, like a transcript of a phone call, and like you would hear like the phone ring, and it was just really cool. I recommend, if you're gonna read this, to do both, to read it and listen to it at the same time, because that is like the maximum experience that you're gonna have with this book, and it's great. Read a book that you previously DNF'd. Percy Jackson again. Take a dance break. I did take a dance break. I will show you the video here. 1989. The first album where I didn't finish a book prompt. What is it? Oh wait, no, I did. I totally finished a book prompt. I just didn't check it off. Oh my god, I was nervous. Didn't check it off. Okay, technically, like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I finished this March 1st. March 1st? Oh my god. I finished this April 1st, but I read most of this in March, and I'm counting it, okay? This book, it's a COVID-19 thriller. It was wild. I had a good time, but I think I gave it 3 stars. Oh yeah, I remember now actually. I gave this one 3 stars because it's very specific. I'm gonna put minor spoilers here if you want to listen. I don't think it's a spoiler, but just in case. I don't like when you are following a character, but you're like vaguely in their head, you kind of know what they're thinking in a sense in the beginning of the book, and then a reveal happens and all their thoughts would not make sense after knowing the reveal. I don't know if that explains it. This did that, and it turned me off a little bit. I enjoyed it for what it was, but again, I did give this a 3 because of that. It would have been a 4. The next prompt in 1989 is read a book with a morally great character, and for that it is for Reese and ACOTAR, and I guess Lucian, kind of. Reputation. Okay. Read a book that has a romance in another genre. Oh my god, ACOTAR just taking over. ACOTAR had so many. Because it's romance and fantasy. The next prompt in Reputation is read a book. Read a book that's been recommended to you. And for this, I read Come For Me With Apples. I got it from the library, so I had to return it. This was really good. This was another, wow, did I love any of my books this month? I'm giving everything like 4 stars. This was another 4-star that I really enjoyed, but I just wasn't obsessed with it. So I guess it was a really good reading month for me. I can't really say much about it because it's such a short book, but the twist in this I didn't see coming. And for the people that want to spoil the twist, please don't. It takes away the experience so much. But anyways, it's a really good book and I recommend. Lover, read a 5-star prediction. My 5-star prediction was Ace of Spades. Now we're moving on to folklore. Read a book based off of mythology or retelling. Percy Jackson, The Sea of Monsters, mythology. A Court of Thorns and Roses for retelling. If you didn't know, A Court of Thorns and Roses is the retelling to Beauty and the Beast. The activity prompt I did complete. Wear a cozy outfit. Here it's my cozy outfit. Evermore, surprise yourself with a book. Ace of Spades. Surprise! Didn't think I was gonna read this either this month. Read a mystery thriller. Ace of Spades. That was everything. Overall, it was pretty average. Like, I gave a lot of 4 stars. We had a 5-star in there. We had a 2-star in there, but majority was 4 stars. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it. Thank you so much for sticking around this long. If you stayed to the end, leave a cat emoji, anyone that you would like. There's multiple to choose from. If you enjoyed me and want more bookish content, definitely hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it. And with that being said, bye y'all.